What has the King of Morocco done that has shocked not only Black Africa, but the entire world? Morocco is an African country, yet many struggle to see it that way because of its lighter-skinned population and Arabic language, but history tells the truth, and today Morocco has proven itself to be a brother to Black Africa in a way few expected. After the coups in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, powerful Black African states like Nigeria turned their backs on their neighbors. Instead of offering solidarity, they sided with Western interests, imposing harsh sanctions as part of ECOWAS. These sanctions crippled Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, landlocked nations cut off from the sea, with no access to international trade. Isolated, starved of resources, and abandoned by supposed allies, their suffering deepened. That is when Morocco stepped in, surprising the entire continent. But what exactly did Morocco do? Did it bend to Western pressure and side with the cowards, or did it choose another path? Let's find out. Geography has become both a curse and a punishment for Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. As landlocked countries, they have no ports, no coastline, no direct access to the sea. Their trade has always depended on cooperation with neighbors in ECOWAS, but after the coups, sanctions closed those lifelines. ECOWAS blocked trade, sealed borders, and demanded the military governments step down. The goal, they said, was to restore democracy, but the real effect was devastating food shortages, skyrocketing prices, supply chains broken, and entire populations left in crisis. For Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, it was more than politics, it was survival. Without ports, they could not import fuel, medicines, or basic goods. Exports collapsed, jobs disappeared, families starved, and hospitals struggled without supplies. The sanctions not only punished military leaders, but millions of ordinary citizens. And all the while, Western powers, particularly France, backed ECOWAS, pushing sanctions as a tool to force political change. The results were catastrophic. Essential items like food and fuel tripled in price. Stores ran empty. Farmers could not sell their crops. Truck drivers lost their jobs as borders stayed sealed. Children were pulled out of schools because families could no longer afford fees. Hunger spread, healthcare collapsed, and anger among the people grew. Sanctions designed to bring stability instead fueled resentment, instability, and despair. This is the crisis into which Morocco entered, an African nation with the power to change the balance. And what the King of Morocco chose to do has stunned both Africa and the wider world. Prolonged instability and economic hardship in transitional governments can obstruct diplomatic engagement, preventing progress toward peaceful and democratic transitions. Such instability creates fertile ground for extremist groups, posing serious security risks across the region. But what exactly has Morocco done to gain global attention? During the 48th anniversary of the Green March, King Mohammed VI declared Morocco's readiness to provide road, port, and rail infrastructure to Sahel nations. He called for an international initiative to give sub-Saharan countries direct access to the Atlantic Ocean, believing this could spark a major transformation in their economies and reshape the entire region. This has the potential to be a true game changer, not just for Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, but for the wider Sahel region as a whole. Importantly, Morocco extended this access equally to all Sahel states, avoiding favoritism, while the primary beneficiaries may be Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. The plan is designed for all. Despite the Sahel's natural wealth, oil, gold, and uranium, corruption, militancy, and conflict have led to chronic poverty. King Mohammed VI highlighted the need for a cooperative, shared development approach that goes beyond military solutions. He laid out a broader vision to build a maritime economy along the southern Atlantic coast, turning the region into a hub for economic integration and human interaction on both continental and global scales. For landlocked countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, direct access to Atlantic ports holds immense strategic and economic importance. It reduces dependency on coastal neighbors, lowers transportation costs, and accelerates trade flows. This improves export capacity, attracts foreign investors, and diversifies trade routes beyond traditional partners, strengthening economic resilience. Enhanced connectivity with the global economy also deepens regional cooperation in the Sahel and West Africa, driving overall growth. Direct port access lowers the cost of vital imports such as fuel and machinery, easing inflation pressures and improving affordability for citizens. Developing port facilities and related industries generates employment, stimulates manufacturing, and reduces poverty levels. In terms of security, greater autonomy reduces reliance on coastal states for vital imports, lessening political vulnerability and strengthening strategic independence. It also allows stronger maritime security cooperation and joint efforts against piracy and trafficking, while fostering partnerships with maritime powers in trade, defense, and development. King Mohammed VI also promoted the creation of a blue economy focused on offshore resources, marine fishing, seawater desalination for agriculture, and renewable energy. He further outlined tourism opportunities for the Atlantic coast, positioning it as a prime destination for beach and desert tourism. Later, the foreign ministers of Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad endorsed Morocco's initiative, which includes rehabilitating Morocco's coastline and reconfiguring Africa's geopolitical landscape. Morocco's promise to provide infrastructure was widely welcomed, with the success of the initiative hinging on modernizing Sahel infrastructure and linking it to broader transport and communication networks, as highlighted in their joint statement. The foreign ministers emphasized the project's vital role in fostering stability in the Sahel region, announcing their intention to finalize recommendations for submission to the leaders of the involved nations as quickly as possible. Niger's Foreign Minister, Pakari Yao Sangari, expressed full support for the initiative, viewing it as a way to strengthen their hopes for the well-being of their people. Sangari hoped the project would deliver tangible benefits, including commercializing Niger's resources and accelerating cross-border trade for the shared prosperity of Morocco and the Sahel countries. Representatives from Morocco, Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, and Niger gathered in Marrakesh for a ministerial coordination meeting aimed at boosting cooperation. Central to the discussions was the initiative proposed by Moroccan King Mohammed VI in November, envisioning an international undertaking to provide the Sahel countries with access to the Atlantic Ocean. King Mohammed highlighted the importance of modernizing infrastructure in the Sahel states and linking it with existing transport and communication networks to ensure success. A released memo expressed appreciation for Morocco's commitment to providing road, port, and rail infrastructure to expand the Sahel countries' participation in international trade. Diplomats also agreed to establish a national task force in each country to oversee the initiative's implementation. Morocco's foreign minister, Nasser Bourita, along with counterparts Abdoulaye Diop of Mali, Pakari Yao Sangari of Niger, Karamoko Jean-Marie Traoré of Burkina Faso, and Abakar Shuma of Chad, convened to discuss the royal initiative, stressing regional and international collaboration to secure Atlantic Ocean access for the Sahel nations as envisioned by King Mohammed VI. The initiative seeks to drive integration and economic transformation in the region, ultimately improving the quality of life for its populations. Bourita, in his address, underscored the project's potential as a strategic turning point, emphasizing the deep cooperation, mutual aid, and solidarity between Morocco and the Sahel countries. He praised King Mohammed VI's visionary outlook, noting his ability to see opportunities where others see obstacles and to propose fundamental solutions for lasting progress. As part of this Pan-African vision, the Mohammed VI Foundation for Sustainable Development has launched humanitarian programs and missions across the continent, including the establishment of the Mohammed VI Prenatal Clinic in Bamako, Mali.